Alright, just a quick video. I haven't even dressed up for work yet, but it's such a nice day out. And it's kind of a generic day considering the whole year, but since we just got out of the winter, it's really nice. So here's the idea. I've got this round tank, okay, R52. You know, I don't know how many gallons it is. I think it's about 300 gallons. I'm not sure. Ow, just hit my head. Anyway, I lost the plug for it, so I reordered another plug, and they're $14. don't lose the plug. It's probably proprietary. So here's the idea. So I'm in what's called the geodesic dome, and it was invented by Buckminster Fuller. Had a lot of ideas for it. They're very you've got to be a genius to know what to do with them. A lot of people made them into greenhouses and things. That was an idea. What I had was a pool cover that was round, and there it is there. Still usable. There's a problem with these sort of connections. See that? See the jagged edges? The bolts that start when the wind and whatever starts hitting your plastic, it starts abrading. And I had a workaround. I had spray foam, and it's kind of degraded. A lot of places it's gone. I had spray foam covering all this sharp stuff, and yeah, over time it's just degraded. So I might need to spray foam all those sharp corners again before I use that. But then there's no door. This design was sort of it's $400. Got off of eBay. It came. These were all separated, and they all put together. I think there's some kind of electrical conduit or something. There's some kind of other way, and a smart person figured out how to design this. But what was I talking about? Oh, yeah, the pool cover. It has you can see it's got dots and stuff. It's supposed to be insulated. So that was an idea I had, and it didn't really turn out where I never did grow anything with it. Need to get. So anyway, I got a bunch of these components. This I've tried different things with. I use it as a hot tub. I used this is called an immersion heater. The U.S. military used them. They got rid of them now, but that's why you can get them surplus. They use stuff like I use diesel, and it drips down in this donut and heats up. And once it heats up, the ring here that transfers to your water, and pretty soon you have hot water. The military used them for cleaning dishes and stuff, and heating water for that. So it's quite interesting, actually. I'd like to talk more about it. But so I use that to heat up this, what's called a hillbilly hot tub, and it works. It does. But we gotta go back to doing that. But the immersion heater hooks on here just great. There's actually some clamps and stuff that clamp down. And so, what is this? This is a Flowtron Diplomat. Very expensive. I bought one used, thinking I could refurbish it. And back then, all I did was replace a couple bulbs. But it turns out there's starters. I was reading about it. Without those starters, it won't start. So I replaced a couple bulbs, and then nothing happened. And that was before I knew what I was doing, so I gave up on it. And then I misplaced it. I got a lot of debris around here. I gotta undebris this place. Couldn't find it. I was like, well, maybe someone stole it. So I bought another one. Hopefully that'll work. But here's my next scheme. Okay. So up there, right up there is the center. But I hang a new Floatron that works off the center there. I was researching on the learning about the Floatron. I guess this can come off. This is where where all the dead insects gather. But you can take that off, so it's just open. So I have that Floatron hanging up there and dropping dead bugs into the water. Oh, what am I going to have in here? Well, I was talking to my buddy. He does aquaponics research, and he said, well, if I could have a fish, right now he does goldfish. I don't know if those are good eating. They're kind of like a test fish, they're so inexpensive, but I want to skip that, because what happens if the test is successful? Now you got a bunch of goldfish you can't eat. He's like, well, a fish that you can grow in this climate is thinking about perch. So I looked up perch. I can't find perch. I guess some people call them a trash fish or invasive species and stuff, but a close one to perch, I guess, is bluegill. I remember catching bluegill as a kid with my uncle. And they're kind of interesting fish. I was too squeamish to cut their heads off, though. I remember that, so I never learned how to do that. That's dumb. If a little kid is squeamish, make them do it anyway, because then you grow up and they're still uneducated on that. These are buds from my willow tree. This thing will go crazy soon. So anyway, the scheme is imagine a Floatron, because we got a lot of insects coming in. Imagine a Floatron killing insects, mosquitos, and then dropping them down into here. We'll have some bluegill and order those on eBay, and they'll be running around eating stuff. Now, when the winter hits, we gotta think ahead again. Maybe I can cover this with that plastic, and then figure out some other heat generating deals. A lot of people are using decaying matter that puts off heat. Maybe I could have a few more of these barrels or troughs or stuff with some decaying heat or decaying matter in them, organic matter, and maybe that could help heat. Got a lot of ideas. I mean, worst case scenario, I could run one of the immersion heater, and it just drips. I could have that as a heat source, stuff like that. I mean, I'm trying to get away from stuff that consumes money. I don't mind if it consumes solar or wind or stuff like that. It's renewable. Money isn't renewable to me. I gotta trade time for that, and I'm running out of that. So, okay, well, I think I should run this down. Oh, I'll show you one more interesting thing before I go here. Now, I know everything's here is a mess. You gotta understand. The last few years, I've been working my butt off, getting my university degree done, and I've let everything go to crap. I had no intention of having this property all by myself, but it's a long story. Basically, I don't want to get into it, but I got abandoned and then left all this to take care of by myself when I had a career in school to do. Now school's been complete. Finding out the degree is this is a hodgepodge. People don't want it. So now I have a done degree and a bunch of stuff to catch up on, which is good for videos though. What was I going to show you? Oh yeah, this is interesting. So my willow tree, every windstorm. See that? Those are bug holes. See that? Bug holes. I don't know if there's termites or some kind of worm, but my willow tree is infested with that crap. So every windstorm, it drops big old limbs. See that? It drops big old limbs, and I gotta cut it. So it's like a lottery from some nightmare. It drop a big old limb, and it might crush some vehicles or break things and stuff. So not a good deal. So I've been out here cutting some of this. I gotta go to work soon. I don't have, see, it's like some kind of weird torture thing. Like I have these ideas, and I either am lacking time, or the weather, or health. Health is an issue now, and I can't get to them. And I try to get people to help me, and they all turn out to be less than what they pretended to be. Solar set. So let me give you a couple. I didn't want this to be an update video, but I'll do it anyway. So I'm gonna cut up wood, try to get the stock. It seems like, look, there's a lot of easy stuff to do here, but it's not easy when you have to commute and go to work, and it just adds up. And trying to do a YouTube channel as well. What was I going to show you? So I'm trying to get this old shed that came with the place, get it into, make it into a battery room or something. I want to keep my batteries protected. So I got to wash those off. These are not wash. I'm going to connect them up. Those are Edison 240s. I think they're nickel cadmium. No, I know they are. And I got them as a huge set. Off there in the distance, you see those two crates? I had 7 of those full of, let's just say, treasures. And you try to do all this kind of treasure, man. Whew, the time I got, it's not exactly fun. So I don't know. That's some old stuff to deal with. So kind of want to make it an update video. Kind of. This is the kind of tragedy I deal with. So I had these strawberries indoors to try to save them from freezing. They're kind of recovering. Still bloom. But this raspberry, I think, might be dead. I don't know though. Instead of watering them, I'm just sticking them in here real quick for a little while. I was like, oh, I'll do a video. And like that. Why do I have so many pallets? Well, they're great for, they're like the poor man's Legos. Do a lot of stuff with them. I'm gonna do some raised bed gardens and things like that. Maybe make a chicken coop, stuff like that. This worst case scenario, just chop them up, make them firewood. Here's another problem I have. I got a bunch of these. You probably know what they are. Gotta get them going. Let's see. Oh, look at that. See that? A mosquito. See that sucker? Or not a mosquito. It's a regular bug. But just imagine it was a mosquito. These things are gonna. Here's the problem. What are these? These are D8s. So here's the problem. The seasonal annual problem, right? First it's snow and icy, can't do anything outside. Then there's that little window in the spring where it's not too hot, not too cold. There's not too much to mow. That's the time to get things done. But then all the bugs hatch. And imagine this place covered in wasps. And you can't do anything. And when you're off doing studies for university or working, this place becomes a wasp haven. And you can't do anything. You can't even use your own property. And I'll tell you, during one of those windstorms, this blew out of the tree. I don't know how many are still up there, still working. But that's not good. So, had a dog that got stolen. So there's a lot of trauma you see here, a lot of trauma, a lot of aspirations. If I can get that geodesic dome working with that bug light, turn those bugs into trauma food for my fishies. I don't want to. If I have a bunch of fish, I'll make them into pets. I don't think I'll eat them. I don't know. There's something wrong with me where I don't like killing fish. I guess I'm just not hungry enough. So, yeah. I don't even know if I should put this on YouTube. Here's more evidence. Part of the invasion. Some moss here. I guess those bodies could be fish food to throw up, give them to the fish. Yeah, it's in this video.